as much ink. Okay, and you can just put. And these are rather good. The radiator rolls. It's just an ordinary roll that you get from a painter, from a painting and decorating hardware shop. You always start off with a dirty towel. Okay, I'll put those at. I'll do the first sugarless one first, and then get the ink right into the tooth of the plate like that with the dirty one. Okay. Could somebody bring? That's not good. That's better. Somebody bring the whiting block over from that I've been using for all sorts of things. Thanks. And then you just hand wipe it. Bring up the final wipe.
Do you find enough ink goes in with just the roller?
Oh, I forced it in with the dirty toweleton then. I'm just putting a layer on the top and then forcing it into the... yeah, I mean, I'm not rolling it up, I'm just putting the ink on with the roller. But it puts it on evenly.
Right.
Okay? That's ready for printing. Yeah.
It's so quick.
That's
so
that.
when you're hand wiping, you're really just focusing on your wiped areas.
Yeah, and I'm not being too particular at present because I'm just coming to the end of it, you know, and then we've got to. And so you put the ink over, and now you're using a dirty one. You always start with a dirty towel, otherwise you'll get weak prints, and that forces everything right into the tooth of all the plates. This is a pure spit-bitten one. And so you've got it almost up there, which with the dirty one, then there's a clean one.
You don't use a leather dibber to press the ink in?
No. Sometimes you can, if it's a very deep edged plate, a bit of card, fresh cut card, it only gets soft edge, and if it cuts right across, yeah, that's fine sometimes. But these are very. I never etch a plate deeply.
Why are you putting the whiting on?
And that's just to kill the grease in my hand. I'm not putting whiting on the plate. There's no whiting going on the plate. This is called a hand wipe, or coup de main. So you've got a hand wipe there.
So behind you, did you put the whiting on your hand?
Yeah, just to dry your hands.
Because otherwise your hands are sweaty.
And that's called retroussage. That retrieves the ink, softens the whole thing up. Okay. Can you see the plate now?
It's lovely.
It's a very good light coming back from that white to see the reflection and see what's happening on your plate. Okay? And it comes up beautifully soft. This I think needs a little bit more brightness in there, I think. Can you see that now? And,
So if somebody was proofing your plates, you would do the first print, they'd watch you, and then...
yeah, and I give them an indication of the ink, and I do all the proofing myself, and then the edition, and then I get them doing the edition, my edition, people who do my editions. I work absolutely. I'm not used to working in a studio with anybody else. When I'm working a region, I'm usually entirely on my own. I sometimes save a few plates and then I get one of my assistants to proof a lot.
One of the things that I found surprising, because I did my master's here, is that when I was taught to do hand wiping and to use, we call a scrim.
Like this, like I'm doing, yeah.
And then when I did my master's, and in the print studios that I've worked in, and everybody uses
tissue.
And also, so using card, wiping then, and getting as much of the excess ink off, and then using clean scrim, and then tissue paper.
Yeah, well, I think, and that takes ages. You see, if you've got to print 1,000 plates, twice the size of this. You can't be going through all that. You'll never get it. And also, the prints become sterile. You know. I taught etching at the Central School with two very, very talented South African etchers for years. There were four of us ran the etching room there. It was Peter Nell. That's a very South African name, isn't it? He was a very, very good comprehensive teacher of all etching technique. And a man called Leonard Marchant, who was a great Metzitant. And they were terrific guys to work with.
Well, my lecturer was Bronwyn Heath, and her father